Hey guys, what's going on? I'm Jack with Sioux Falls Dent Repair. Today I'm going to talk to you about some small glue tabs we use to do the glue pulling method for paintless dent repair. So kind of starting off with the smallest ones that we actually have available to us. These are actually KECO size glue tabs. Now that looks just insanely small. I totally agree. This is one of those glue tabs when it first came out. I know there were a lot of people that are skeptical on getting this to even pull. I mean, you're pulling like in between like orange peel on a vehicle on this, and I still know people that actually can't even still get this to stick up. I'm not sure why, but it's very important when you're doing glue pulling, especially on small precision like pulling glue tabs like shown here, that you have the temperature as far as adjusting to your atmosphere, humidity, which you really can't control really much of those. I mean, being in a heated shop, I guess, is one way, but a lot of guys are mobile or working in a body shop environment that they don't have direct control over the heat or anything like that. So you have to be very adjustable to adapting to your surroundings. And that's why there's so many different glues that react differently to the temperature, humidity, all that kind of stuff. That's why it's really important to have and use different types of glues as well. So anyways, so kind of starting off, this is one of the smallest KECO dead center tabs. Hi there. Hi Lexi. And so this is one of the smallest ones that people use, or that I use actually all the time. Kind of the next step up. The older ones used to have the size actually written on them, but these are some of the next size up. So just to give you kind of a comparison, that is the head of the smallest one. Let's see if I can get that in focus. It's pretty hard with the cell phone. Need to start using my camera, but I can't use my camera for the live feed. So anyways, so just to give you a size comparison, look at how much smaller that is on there. Hey, what's up there, Kent? So anyway, so that's kind of a breakdown as far as some of the really small ones that we use. These are probably the tiniest ones that we actually have available to us. And then as far as the next size up, so again, those were all from KECO, and those are all the dead center tabs, the ice style tabs. So another version that they do have available to them, or to us, I should say, is the darker blue colored ones. So these are a little bit softer pulling. So just to kind of compare. Again, these are really hard to see in the camera. But anyways, so the reason why these tabs are different colors is they actually pull differently. They're made up of a different compound, which changes the way that they actually physically pull on the panel. Okay, so anyways, kind of up to the next size tab. That's kind of the next one up here. These are the dead rat tabs, or black plague smooth series tabs. So these are some of the first ones that were available in the industry as far as being a smooth tab. I mean, I still remember when these came out. They were probably 2015, 2016, something like that. Maybe just a hair after. But I remember these being like, are you kidding me? Like again, this is going back before we had smooth series tabs, at least to my knowledge. And it was like smooth tabs. Like at the time, everybody, like, this is still, I mean, these are all really good tabs, but like this, so this is a very general use one. See how it's got kind of has no problem focusing on my face, but so anyway, so it's got kind of a texture quality to it, as well as some of these other ones here. You might be able to see that. There you go. It's kind of got like a bunch of lines engraved into it. So that's kind of going up to the next series. Again, these are a little bit bigger face and they pull differently. So a lot of people don't, when the tabs are coming out, the smaller shaft here actually allows it to pull more in the center, hence the name dead center tab. And then kind of going up there as far as the next system, some of the other ones, these are both from Black Plague. So kind of to give you a run through, so this was the first gen. Now, never mind the size, it's just the color, the gray series tabs. And then they moved up to the lime green ones. These were called the gangrene tabs. So another different pulling product that Black Plague created. And then they went into collaboration with KECO and created the ice tabs. So these are essentially the same mold, but they're made up of different compounds. So this one actually pulls different than this one. It's the same size tab and everything, pulls differently. I do believe I have a few, let's see. So this was actually something that, so this is the same size tab but in the green version. But this one was actually available for a short time with a magnet in the bottom of it. So it actually allows it to stick, obviously on a magnetic car, a steel car, so you can actually stick the glue tabs on the car and not have them fall off. I'm trying to think of who, if any of you guys remember who made these. I think it was it Ringland, Brett Ringland? I think he was actually buying these from Keith, taking a drill press and drilling them out, putting a magnet in. Holy cow. I mean, and they were very reasonably, you know, for the extra amount of effort it took to do this. I know it's a, you know, it's something to where once you have a system, but I mean, to have to sit there and manually drill these and glue a magnet into them, I mean, it's mind blowing. And they were a really good price as well. So I've got quite a few of these, and I don't even know if they even make those anymore. So kind of going up to the next size here. Again, these are kind of all, yeah, Brett. Okay, it was him. Okay, that's what I thought. Thanks, man. So, and then this is the next size up. I believe these are 15. Yeah, these are 15 millimeter. It's kind of how they started measuring them, or they have been. So again, these are the same size tab, or same overall size, but just different, little bit different design. So the head of the tab is the same size, I believe. Maybe it's a tad smaller. But anyways, so just to give you kind of an idea as far as some of the smaller tabs that we use. And again, kind of going back to the smallest one, I know I've worked with guys that have problems with these sticking. I've even had problems myself at certain times. You just have to be very persistent and just keep adjusting your pulling method when using the smallest tabs available, because they do pull and they work fantastic. But there's just a very small precision time frame that you have to pull with them. So that's probably the most important part, especially using any of the small glue tabs I talked about here. So basically we were talking about anything from, I think these are 3 millimeter. If any of you guys could chime in on these, as far as the smallest KECO tab, I want to say it's 3 to 5 millimeter. I'm pretty sure it's 3. And then like I said, kind of comparing back, rolling back in time to the original, these were 9 millimeter tabs, if I remember right. Again, I hope I'm not messing up these terms, but anyways, so this was kind of the first one as far as the smooth, and then KECO just kind of took it and honestly made it just a little bit better. And I'm not saying that there's nothing wrong with these tabs, just if you're trying to get a little bit more precision, I wish the other ones were better. Wish I could get them to pull. Yeah, see, I mean, it's a really common thing. A lot of guys have problems with them. And the biggest, I think, and I'm not calling anybody out or anything, but I think certain people have this perspective, or this idea that they think that this thing should pull like a freight train and they're going to be pulling up, you know, big dents. It's not the case. It's for that fine little tiny precision when you don't want to blend out, you know, that little tiny pit. You just need that tiny little pull, and they work great. So anyways, so I just figured I'd touch on some of the smallest tabs from about 15 millimeter and down, and some of the common, you know, different tabs that we end up using, or I end up using here. I'm trying to think if I've got anything else that really stands out here. Nothing that really, you know, I know guys have talked about, I think these are the hog tabs. These work well. I've got them in my cart. I have them available to me, but a lot of the ones I talked about here today were kind of my go-to small ones. It's KECO, Black Play. I mean, they just kind of straight up killed it, just to be honest. Micro though, that thing needs, yeah. Yeah, so anyways, guys, I appreciate you guys you know, hanging out with me this evening and listening to me talk about some small glue tabs. I think tomorrow I'm going to kind of highlight a little bit bigger tabs, as well as maybe even going into some of the more specialty as far as the KECO stuff, the big so just to give you guys kind of a preview, so we've got some big oval tabs as well as some big crease tabs. Even get into these real funky looking things. These are some of the original MVP glue pull and crease tabs. I still love these things. Yeah, you're right, Kent. Yeah, very small amount of glue and you have to pull it like instantly. Like I guess from my experience, it's like you put glue on one of these micro tabs, or even some of the little tiny bit, you know, even some of these little bit bigger ones, the 9 millimeters and stuff like that, and you have to literally be like holding your slide hammer, or your mini lifter literally needs to be sitting on the car right next to you, because if you're going to be, you know, gluing the tab on, I've seen guys where they're like, all right, I'm going to go walk, you know, get down off my stool or whatever when they're pulling on a truck rail, and they're going to go get their mini lifter, and then they're going to step back up on the step stool, and then they're going to glue it. Like, no, you're going way too slow, and then they get mad when the glue tab literally just about falls off the car when they touch it. You know, they go to hook the slide hammer into the tab, and just the hooking of it in there knocks the tab off, and they're like, oh, these tabs are garbage, you know, like, nah, man, you gotta adjust, right? Yeah, so anyways, guys, again, I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. If you got any questions or anything like that, leave them down in the comment section here. I appreciate you guys watching. If you want to reach us directly, either call or text us 605-250-1023 or visit our website at SiouxFallsDentRepair.com. Anyways, guys, I'll be back tomorrow to chat with you guys more. If you guys want to know anything else about what I'm talking about or want to just pick my brain on something, feel free to go ahead and leave me any kind of suggestion. I'm more than happy. It's kind of hard to keep continuing coming up with a video every single day, I'll be honest with you, but normally I just have to take a couple minutes to think about it, and I'll come up with something. So I can normally chat about anything dent repair, so I love it so much. So anyways, thanks again, guys. Have a good evening. Hopefully you guys got out there and voted, and we'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Take care.